Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Let me ask you this. How many guys that took part in this attack on Russia with drones do you think actually played Call of Duty? I think a lot of them did. Guys. War by controller. It's going to be the rise of the robots. Remember that old game? It's considered one of the worst fighting games in history. And it's over 30 years old now. Man, time flies by. I remember when this came out thinking, man, this is going to be the future. That's what I thought. And I was never able to buy it back then. I was so broke. But in retrospect, maybe good that I did because it turned out not to be a good game. But here we are in 2025, and war is being waged by controllers. Realistically, that these guys that conducted this attack probably played COD, and they were playing as kids, and they were playing with the drones in COD. It's just a game changer in warfare. It's the conveyance, if you will, of this new technology that started with video games, and now it's actually out in the real world. And guys, the robots aren't far behind. Let me tell you, these robots are getting better and better. And there's only one reason you're building robots, and it's not because you want them to help you out around the house. They're not for seniors. That's not where the money's at. It's not. It's going to be in military contracts. It's coming, right? So it's going to be a war waged by controllers in the end, with drones, with AI, with robots. And this particular attack, guys, and if you haven't heard, the Ukraine launched an attack on Russia with drones. And they went deep into Russia. They smuggled these in. They had them on top of trucks. And I think it shows a couple of pictures here. They were right on top, and they launched them off of here. And they were able to hit about 34% deep into Russia, 34% of their bombers. And they're just, they're gone. They're lying in flames everywhere. And they filmed it, like they were streaming it as they were doing it. This is next level warfare. We've never seen anything like this before. Not with drones, not this amount of damage. And these are genuinely military targets, right? They're not attacking people's homes. They're not attacking schools. These are military bases that were not really even protected because nobody thought that this could happen. Nobody was expecting this. And here we are. And now Russia wakes up to a different reality. Because, if they smuggle these in, they have more. They're just lying around the country waiting to get released. Something like this probably wouldn't happen in the U.S. because as soon as the first one blows up, everybody and their mother has guns over here, right? And if I see a foreign drone up in the air and, they give us and they tell us, hey, you know what? Go ahead and blow them down if you see them. It's target practice, baby. I don't think in my neighborhood, guys, I don't think I'd even be the first one out there because, my neighbors are packed and ready. Let me tell you, they're waiting for such an occasion because, my neighbor does his own ammo. He's got scopes. He's got the hollow points, man. This guy goes all out, man. One of his favorite things, for him to get is ask questions about armament or weapons, man. He brings out the dictionary, right? But other countries are seeing this. Other countries are looking at this. China, Taiwan, anywhere where there's conflict, things just changed. If you're looking into, investing into companies, I imagine all the investors right now are looking at these drone makers. Basically you took out $7 billion worth of equipment out with $200,000 of basically what is a lawnmower, right? Nothing more than that, right? That's the kind of power that are in these things. And they were able to do this kind of damage. It's just a game changer. It's a game changer for everything. And now every little kid out there that has been playing COD for the last 20 years is a potential drone controller, right? They know exactly what to do. Let me tell you, I played COD with these kids, and man, the things they can do with those drones, they are precise. And the controls aren't any different in real life, right? If you ever flown a drone, it's pretty much the same thing. But what's going to happen from here? The robots are coming, right? Whether it's Boston Dynamics or Tesla or anything like that. I mean, all it takes is for our government here in the U.S. to say, I want to place this order for this many, and I want you to mount a rifle to them, a machine gun, whatever the hell it is. And there you go. That's it. What do you think these companies are going to say no? As free as you think we are, the government can force these companies to make whatever. If not, remember World War II? Everybody's in the effort for war, right? And this is a place where we have supposed freedoms. Now, you can imagine what's going to happen in other countries when they don't have the freedoms that we do. They're going into mass production now. They're going to encourage, all these countries that have been banning video game players for not playing these quote unquote violent games. Now they're all of a sudden they're going to have special programs, special training programs, and they're going to force these video game companies, not by coercion, but just telling them, hey, make the UI for this controller the same as this game. They're going to do it, right? If the kids have been playing, who do you want to trust in a situation like this? Are you going to trust a soldier that just got out of boot camp that's never played a video game? Or are you going to trust that nerd that has been playing the game religiously for 10 years and can land, a drone on the tip of a pin? That's the guy you want. That's the guy you want, right? And we're not even talking about AI. We're not even talking about these new airplanes that can carry, 1,000 drones inside of them. Cargo planes, that were just used to deliver goods now turn into aircraft carriers, right? Because they can hold so many drones inside of them. It's a whole new world, guys. I didn't think I was going to see it in my lifetime, but here we are. This right here is the beginning. This right here, June 1st, is going to be in the record books. It's going to be in history. This was the beginning of the drone wars. All right, humans, just a little talk there. Interesting that you see these technologies converging into the art of war. It's happening as we speak. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe with the state of this channel. I really do need your help. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the bell, so you get notified with this. I'm working out of the house today, but I got a lot of homework. So I think this is my last video for today anyway. But tomorrow will be another day. Guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.